Hello everyone, this is Allison Gross, and welcome back to Let's Play Ultima IX. Last time we had some trouble getting out of this gate, and the reason it turns out is because that gate will never open. I'm sure they've... Oh, look, there's, like, a wolf out there. That's a monster. Wolf. This picture did not benefit from higher resolution. It looks like this wolf belongs to a group that practices cranial distortion or something. Or either that or he got hit with a big wagon or something, because he looks kind of flattened. Though that doesn't mean he's not dangerous. Aided by the cover of the land, wolf packs use their numbers wisely and do not lose their own in the pursuit of food, so they don't wander off and get lost. An acute sense of smell can lead a wolf for miles to a wounded animal. Wolves do not attack humans lest you travel alone. No. Wolves do not attack humans unless you travel alone, or... Be warned that wolves do not attack solitary humans, lest you travel alone. That is not the correct use of the word lest. However, attacks are not unknown, and wherein wolves are present, a night watch should be kept. Okay. So then they will attack you even if you're not alone. Because if you are only one person and you have a night watch, you're not getting very much sleep. Larger varieties do not fear man at all. And about monsters, much has been done to scrub the most populous territories of these rough beasts, yet few types have been eradicated from Britannia. Well, we're not in Britannia, but still. The most cunning have retreated to lonelier climes, like right next to a house, deeper waters and darker pits, wherein they await the unsuspecting traveler. From the long roads through moors and mountains, many travelers have never emerged, their remains never found. Which of these foul creatures did them in? Perhaps none, for the most adept hunters never reveal themselves to their prey, which in turn never reveal the secret of their demise. Alright, well, let's take a look at this... pretty butterflies. Let's take a look at this telescope. Oh, there's the gypsy wagon we were hearing about. So what we need to do... It's like a garbage dump over here. Hi, dude. We don't want to talk to you. You unlock the gate. Yes, I'm gonna...
Britannia can be a dangerous place. So be sure to practice your combat and swimming skills here in the woods near your home. Once you feel you have mastered them, seek out the gypsy, who will guide you on your journey.
What does this say? Keep Austin beautiful. Use your trash receptacle. Well, clearly the Avatar has not been doing so. And this says... Parks and Recreation Department. Parks curfew 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. No motor vehicles. Alright, well I hope the park doesn't mind if we go kill some of their wildlife here. Oh, hi. You died quickly. Right, put that away. Oh, and I didn't get anything for him, and he left a giant bloody smear on the ground. Well, I'm going to take my sword back out. While we wander through the park, we will discuss the virtues of the Avatar. Many years ago, Lord British vanquished the forces of evil to lead Britannia out of the Age of Darkness into the Age of Light. Oh, God. You want me to jump over this tree, don't you? Jump. Go. Yeah, I think I have to run and jump, maybe? Okay. Let me just put the sword away for now. Okay, dude, what is this all about? Tell me.
You can climb many objects, such as this log.
Okay.
To do
Like
so,
that. Okay.
move very close to it and press the C key.
And here's an interesting stone circle. Into the light of a single just sovereign. Peace begot prosperity. Ooh, there's a swan. Maybe I can kill it. Heretofore unknown riches spread across the land. Many grew fat and contented. We're supposed to like go swimming in this lake or something. I think there might be something behind the waterfall. I don't know. No swimming, no fishing, no wading. Well, I think I'll go swimming.
You'll find that swimming is easy. While moving, look down to dive down, and look up to swim back to the surface. If you hold the Control or Alt keys while swimming, you'll be able to swim sideways, or even do the backstroke.
That's great. Later, there's a an air gauge that you have to use. So let's just see if there's something behind the waterfall, because that would be kind of cool. Many grew fat and contented. For Lord British, these riches were mere trinkets, glittering baubles. Oh, arrows! See, I knew there would be shit back here. Baubles of distraction. Our noble king sought his riches elsewhere. Ooh, look at how we break crates. And I think there's jack shit in these crates. Oh, there's like some more arrows and a lantern, which we probably don't need. Well, just... lanterns are always good to have. Come on, give me that. That's like one arrow. In a world without strife, he inquired of himself, what is the purpose of life? Well, it seems like the purpose of life would be much better in a world without strife. How was he to lead people when he lacked such purpose? Is there value in leadership for its own sake? Like a gathering tornado, these questions spiraled into further questions, the answers to which... Ooh, hello, swan. Oh, there's a little picnic area over there. The answers to which he had none. Okay, how the hell do I get out of here? Out that way. He traveled about the kingdom to ask these questions to the wisest scholars and the humblest tradesmen. Thank you. He journeyed through moon gates to other worlds wherein the truths he sought were perverted by tyrants of many shades. He traveled the byways of his own experience. He gathered, assembled, and pored over these thoughts for a long time. Animals in park are not tame and may cause you injury. Oh, there's like a bandit up there or something. That's kind of amusing. But let's not waste time on him. We'll just go to the gypsy like we're supposed to. His mind rallied around a base assumption. It is right to be good. In goodness we extend beyond ourselves, beyond our animal needs, to lend strength to our fellow man. What does that sign say? Is there another wolf around here somewhere? Hey, you, can I read that sign? No camping. Well, I guess the gypsy paid about as much attention to the no camping sign as we paid to the no swimming sign. There's a little cart over here. Musu, blah, 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 blah. That's, all of the mantras. In that shared strength resides greater power than in the individual mights therein. That power will be needed when selfishness seeks to drive man from woman, parent from child, brother from brother. Thus, the power of virtue must be seated in the minds of the people. How then to define virtue? What are its properties? Lord British refined his thought to 3 principles that could not be further divided. Truth, love, and courage. These were his seeds. In isolation and in combination, they grew into the 8 virtues. Did you just pause? Okay, so we've got 10 minutes. We can go do this. So, if you've played an Ultima game before, you know there's this gypsy lady in this wagon, and she's going to ask us a bunch of ethical questions. And based on how we answer those questions, it's going to determine our character class. I am not going to answer these questions honestly. I will probably tell you what answer I would give, but I'm not going to answer them because I am going to try for a particular character class. Or actually, I'm going to get a particular character class. I know how to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a shepherd. And I want you to know that I am not doing this because in Ultima IX, the shepherd is the most powerful character class. The reason is because when I did it the first time ever, when I first tried to play Ultima 4, that was the character class I got, and the Shepherd is actually kind of one of the weaker character classes in Ultima 4, but that's how I played it. And so my character has always been a Shepherd since then. Like, I liked the challenge of having a Shepherd and the fact that it turns out that you start off the game with the best weapon possible. In Ultima 9, it was not my intention. So here we are with this gypsy woman. Hi.
Welcome, traveler. Please be seated.
I already am seated, thank you. Am I not seated? No, I guess I'm not seated. Okay.
Greetings, Avatar. Britannia
I'm awfully
awaits.
far from that table.
This will be your ultimate challenge. The final battle for the destiny of
Done it
Britannia.
before.
If you take this journey, you will never return to Earth again. Nor shall you return to Britannia.
That's awesome.
Are you now prepared for this most important quest?
How should I prepare
God,
myself?
his voice is as
You
bad.
must first search this forest. There is much you can learn here that will help you on your journey. You need to learn swimming and combat before you can travel to
Got that
Britannia.
covered.
Are you ready?
I am prepared.
Long have you been the savior of Britannia. 8 times before you have made this trip and saved Britannia from utter
Not
destruction.
really.
This time, you must finish the task. For after this journey, your future lies on a different path. Have you mastered combat, swimming, and the use of your equipment?
Yes.
I am ready.
Good. Then let us begin the reading. I shall ask you a series of 7
Thank
questions. Give each question serious consideration. Your answers shall determine how you will begin your journey to Britannia.
Okay, so here are our cards. And we have Valor.
During battle, you are ordered to guard your commander's empty tent. If the battle went poorly and you yearn to aid your fellow knights, would you show valor or honor?
Alright, so here we have 2 of the 8 virtues. Honor. Truth is the tree from whose top sings the bird of honor. The courage to be true in repetition brings the song of honor to your spirit. Though its melody sweetens over time, honor can be lost in a moment's hesitation. Honor sings from a lonely mountain. In finding the courage to pursue the truths in one's life, you shall find honor. And that's this guy looking deeply into this talisman, and here's the token, the symbol of the 8 virtues, which is pretty cool. And this is showing which one this is. And this is Valor over here. This guy holding up a sword to this angry demon looming over him. Valor is the cloak that protects the other 7 virtues. A cloak is not very protective. Valor gathers selfish courage and shares it with the beliefs that one holds and protects. Valor is tested again and again, and through it one sees the portal of virtue. To demand valor of oneself is to lead the way for others to find it in their hearts. Okay, so this doesn't actually impact my character, so I'm just going to pick what I would actually pick, which is valiantly enter the battle.
Valiantly enter the battle.
Help my friends.
You are entrusted to deliver an uncounted purse of gold. If you met a poor beggar, would you show honesty or compassion?
Okay, so here's compassion. Here's a bard symbol of compassion, giving money to a beggar. He who lives without compassion dies loveless. Compassion is the child's awe at the natural world and his love for all who live in it. Compassion for others reflects the love in one's soul. It requires strength to hold compassion, for under duress it is quick to flee. In testing your will to aid others, compassion shall grow in your spirit like a wildfire. And then this is honesty. I don't know how this represents honesty other than that wizards are the symbol of honesty in Ultima. So I don't know what's going on in that picture, but to the self be true. Honesty begins with the will to regard the truth in one's heart. A true heart spreads its warmth to the home and across the entire world. In seeing the world in true form, one can draw upon the magic that connects all living things. The power of the ether. To the self be true. In repetition and experience you shall find honesty, whose comeliness inflicts shame upon evil. These descriptions of virtues are really bizarre. So while I might like to pick compassion here, I'm going to pick honesty because I live in a big city and I would probably assume that the beggar was going to spend it on drugs or something. So while I'd like to think I would
deliver the
that,
gold honestly, knowing the trust
wouldn't.
in me was well placed.
During a pitched battle, you see a fellow knight desert his post, endangering many as he flees. If you saw him set upon by several enemies, would you show justice or sacrifice?
Okay, so here is sacrifice. This guy in the desert is giving his water to the other guy, so he's endangering himself to give to this guy. Sacrifice gathers love in the palm of courage. Sacrifice requires a love of self to be given without consideration to others, when the selfish love suggests safer choices. When there is no choice, therein lies no sacrifice. When the shape of those choices blur and lose definition, the highest standard of the common good finds expression. In finding the courage to share your love, you shall find therein sacrifice. So while I don't entirely agree with that description, it actually makes some good points, such as the fact that if you don't give something voluntarily, it isn't really a sacrifice. So here we have a guy sitting in judgment with the scales of justice above him, and so this is the virtue of justice. Wherein truth and courage are reconciled lie the secrets of justice. It bears no moderation, for it does not shine in the fog of war. What does that mean? The fiery will that spurs one towards justice can lose sight of the truth. To judge wherein a level eye demands truth and courage of conviction to pursue the truth. Okay? And reward, justice shall give temperament to your spirit. Anyway, I would justly let him fight alone, not because
Justly let him fight alone.
I'm not trying to be just, but because I don't want to endanger myself or others.
Your parents wish you to become an apprentice. If 2 positions were available, would you choose one to show spirituality or humility?
Anyway, what I was saying was, and I wouldn't want to endanger other people more by leaving my post to help him, so I wouldn't go help him. Here we have the final 2 virtues, which are spirituality and humility. And these ones are kind of cool because they're not part of these triangles. You see, humility is around the outside and spirituality is in the center. So here we have a shepherd with his sheep, and this is kind of cool. These are the 2 moons of Britannia. On the road to virtue, humility is an elusive wind in the face. If the wind is in your face, it is not elusive. To lack truth, love, and courage is to spread the seeds of pride. Humility is that gentle breeze which, upon seeing the seeds of pride, sweeps away these begetters of hubris and discontent. Humility is often the last virtue captured, for pride is quick to flourish. To find humility, you must bear witness to the pride in your spirit. Only after such an examination can you call forth the winds of humility. And this is spirituality, and we see a guy praying in a temple, appropriately enough. Spirituality is the urge towards steady improvement of the soul. The spiritual are never sated in their hunger for truth, love, and courage. From whatever place the principles are viewed, spiritual energy rights them into proper balance. In the unity of truth, love, and courage, you shall infuse your spirit with peaceful spirituality. And this is where we start diverging from what I would actually pick, because humility is the virtue of the shepherd, and actually that's the virtue that I would be weakest in. So I am a very prideful person, so it's kind of ironic that this is the character I always play, so I would probably actually be more interested in a spiritual order, but we'll...
Become an assistant to the humble
But then again, I do like
cobbler.
working with my hands, so... And I do want to make shoes.
You have been sent to secure a needed treaty with a distant lord. If your host were agreeable to your proposal, but insulted your country at dinner, would you show valor or justice?
Well, I don't necessarily think that that's very valiant. I am very susceptible to being insulted, so...
Justly rise and demand an apology.
Your lord believes he slew a dragon. If you had proof that your lance felled the beast, would you show honesty or humility?
Okay, so I don't get this. He believes he slew the dragon? Like, is he delusional? Like, it's kind of hard to be confused by that. And if we both, like, stabbed it at the same time, how can I be so sure that I killed it? So this is kind of weird. Like, I'm gonna pick humility, of course, for the character, but I don't know. I mean, this is such a weird question. I don't really
Humbly permit
know
my
what
lord
to make
his
of
belief.
it.
Unwitnessed,
Oh, God,
you
what
have
is
slain
this
a
with
mighty
your
dragon in
dragon
defense of
flank?
your life. If an impoverished warrior claimed the offered reward, would you show justice or humility?
I don't know. What is all this about killing dragons? But, you know, I don't know. I would probably claim the bounty, because, like, I can always use cash for my house, but at the same time, I wouldn't
Humbly
really
go about my life,
care
secure
about
in my self-esteem.
Is the card gonna, like, come into us? Okay, good. No.
Avatar, you have favored the virtue of humility. You shall follow the path of a humble shepherd. Once you arrive in Britannia, you will find a chest of supplies appropriate to your chosen path that I have left for you in the Tower of Stonegate.
Can't you find
Use
something
these supplies wisely,
safer
Avatar.
place?
Good luck, for your quest
Yeah,
will
if you're
be
dropping
most
us in
difficult.
Stonegate,
Once in Britannia, seek out Lord British, the wise ruler of the
well,
land.
couldn't you put, like, send us to his castle instead of to freaking Stonegate?
Go now to Britannia.
Okay,
Your
this
fate
is probably
awaits you.
long, so now I'm gonna save here and we can go to, we can go to Britannia in our next episode. So until then, bye!